I'm Rod Sterling. You're listening to the Zero Hour.
Suspense. I'm the Whistler.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Who is it?
The Fat Man.
Presents The Man Called X.
The Mysterious Traveler. Another journey into the realm of the strange and terrifying. I hope you will enjoy the trip, that it will thrill you a little and chill you a little. So settle back, get a good grip on your nerves. Where are we going? You'll find out when we get there.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Drama and Theater, brought to you by Duane Old Time Radio. Drama and Theater features some of the best programs from the golden age of radio, including Escape, The Fat Man, Suspense, The Whistler, Zero Hour, Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar, and many, many more. Before we start today's drama, if you enjoy what I'm doing, let me ask you to subscribe to my channel. Subscribing is 100% free, and you will receive notifications on new posts. Lastly, if you have a moment, write a short 1 or 2 sentence review or give a rating on your preferred podcast service. A positive review or rating would help me out a lot. And now, on to the drama, and thank you for your support as always. July starts with CBS Radio Mystery Theater. A Long Time to Die, March 5th, 1974. The Sending, March 6th, 1974.
And now, Mystery Theater. Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Lend me your fears. It happens now and then that a man will vanish without warning, disappear completely, without leaving a trace. Or a man will suddenly lose his memory. His body remains, but his mind has gone. What is essential in him leaves us, and we are left perplexed, mystified, frustrated. All we have to go on is rumor, speculation, theory. And since we cannot explain it, after a while, we tend to stop thinking about it. Until it happens again. To somebody else.
You're back. Oh, my husband, you're back. What? You won't even embrace me.
Who are you?
Who am I? What kind of question is that?
How can you say you're my wife?
We've been married for more than 15 years.
No, we haven't.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that I'm not your husband. You're not my wife. I don't even know you. What's more, I'm not even standing here. How can I be? I haven't even been born yet.
Our mystery drama, A Long Time to Die, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Sam Dan and stars Mandel Kramer. I'll be back shortly with Act One. His name is Alfred Stewart Ainsley. He's 41 years old. Average height, average weight, average looks. Nothing about to make him memorable. Indeed, he has never in his life done anything to bring him notice from beyond the circle of his immediate family, his close friend, his rather esoteric profession. His name was in the newspaper twice. First when he was born, and then 30 years later when he was married. Right now, his name is on the front pages of newspapers in every country of the civilized world. Alfred Stewart Ainsley, quiet, unassuming, has it in his power to shake the government of the most important country in the world, and perhaps alter the very course of history.
Alfred, do you want a drink of water?
Water?
Darling, I know this is difficult, but...
Feel okay, Al?
No, Jerry, he's not feeling okay. Can't you see there's obviously something wrong with him?
Al, what is it?
He's pale. He's sweating.
Now, look, Al, you're not the one who's being investigated. If you're not feeling well, we can ask for a recess.
The chairman's just come in.
The committee stands in order. Mr. Ainsley, we will resume with your testimony. You are still under oath. I would like to continue along a line of questioning initiated by Senator Selby. Would you turn, please, to page 684?
Read it out.
Question. Is it possible that Congressman Carstairs could have forged the secretary's handwriting? Answer, Mr. Ainsley. Senator, I would have more examples of both gentlemen's manuscript. Mr. Ainsley, you were given these specimens to analyze overnight, were you not? Or were you not, Mr. Ainsley?
Well, you took those samples. You examined them. Say yes. Yes.
Very well. Now, are you in a better position to answer my question? Well, are you, sir?
Al, you told me you had studied them and come to a conclusion. Al, answer Adam's question.
Counselor, is Mr. Ainsley having trouble understanding the questions?
No, sir.
Mr. Ainsley, it's obvious that something is troubling you.
Yes, sir.
Well, then suppose we take a recess, give you a chance to rest. Committee will adjourn till 3:45.
Well, Al? You want to talk to me?
I never saw that before.
Saw what?
A man make smoke. The way you make smoke.
Al, are you serious?
We have pipes, and we put the tobacco in the pipe, and that's how we smoke. But you're holding something. What's that called?
All right. I can play along if that's how you want it. This is called a cigarette.
Cigarette?
You mean you never heard of it?
No.
Well, that's odd. Right here in your pocket. Put your hand inside your shirt pocket. You have a pack of cigarettes. How long do you want to play this game?
It isn't a game.
Tell me what it is then, Al.
You call me Al. I'm not Al.
You're not Alfred Ainsley?
No.
All right, who are you?
My name is Mahatwiki.
Yes?
In your language, it would be Running Beaver.
That sounds like an Indian name.
Indian. That word, Indian. Yes. In this language, in your language, it would be Indian.
You claim you're an Indian?
Yes.
Well.
You don't believe me?
Just tell me how you got here.
I was sent to the north to scout the, you would call them the Iroquois.
Scout?
Yes, to see if we should make war.
War?
Make war or become allies. I was on my way home to my tribe. I was at the place where the mist covers the rocks. I walked into the mist, and there was a noise.
What kind of noise?
Loud thunder, a flash of lightning. It was as if someone had hit me over the head with a club. I knew nothing. Then I was sitting in a strange room in strange clothes, and strange people were talking to me on a subject I know nothing about.
You claim to be an Indian. You talk about fighting and wars. Well, that would be before the white men came to this country.
I've never seen men like you and these others.
There's one small detail that troubles me. How does it happen you speak English?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I was returning to my people. They live near the banks of the Great River.
The Great River?
The Potomac. As I told you, something took place in the mist. I awoke. Now I'm in a strange place. I find that I can speak the language, but I don't know what anything means. Where is this place? Who are you?
I'm your doctor, your friend. My name is Carl Stitzer.
And who am I?
Al Ainsley. You're a collector of and a dealer in autographs, historical papers. You're considered one of the top experts on handwriting.
I don't know what any of that is.
What is it that you know how to do?
To track? To scout? To hunt?
All right, Al. I've gone along as far as I can. Now, let me tell you something. Your testimony can destroy Congressman Carstairs.
I don't know anything about this Carstairs.
If you testify that, in your opinion, Carstairs forged those papers, then not only will Carstairs be destroyed, but the principles he stands for will be discredited. You believe in what Carstairs stands for, Al.
I am not Al.
You're torn, Al. You don't want to examine those documents.
I don't even know what documents are.
Because if they are forgeries, you will put an end to Congressman Carstairs' political life. And you can't bring yourself to do that.
I am a stranger in a strange land. I need a friend.
You're afraid to find out if Carstairs is guilty. You can't face the consequences. When a man finds himself in such an intolerable situation, he tries to escape.
You're a doctor. In my language, that means a medicine man, a magician.
You've escaped to a remote past, to a long-gone, buried, forgotten world.
You don't believe me. You don't believe me.
Doctor, what is it?
Think, Joan. Think carefully. How long have you and Al been married?
11 years.
And how long had you known him before that?
We were kids in school together back in first grade.
Then you've known him all his life?
Just about.
Has he ever been interested in Indians?
Indians? No, not that I know of.
You don't have anything in the house like handicrafts, weapons, books?
That would have to do with Indians?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing at all.
Does Al have a secret life?
Doctor, I'm not going to answer any more questions until you tell me what you're driving at.
Well, see that he gets plenty of rest. No visitors, no excitement. And please keep in constant touch with me.
Doctor, can't you tell me anything at all?
No. But I do have to ask you one more question. Does he know how to shoot a bow and arrow?
Oh, what kind of a question is
Just
that?
answer it.
I would say no.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe we better find out. Morning, Jerry.
Doc, I've been waiting for you.
Is Al dressed and ready?
Look, Doc, you've just got to talk to me.
Why?
Why? Why? Don't pretend to be living in a world of your own. You read the papers, you hear the news broadcast.
Yes?
Al has to testify. Yes or no. Whichever way, it no longer matters, but he can't remain quiet.
He's not the only handwriting expert in the world. The committee can call another.
It's too late for that now. The rumors are out. He's been bought off. He's been scared off, and both sides are under suspicion.
I admit it's an unfortunate situation.
Now, look, Doc, you can maybe stall the committee another day, maybe two, maybe even through the weekend recess, but that is about as far as you can go.
I'm doing the best I can.
Why can't he testify?
I can't tell you.
You can't or you won't?
Both.
Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. The committee has the right to assign their own doctors to examine Al.
I know. Well, how much time do I have? A week?
That's really stretching it.
I'm ready to go with you, Doctor.
Al, how do you feel?
Let's go, Al.
Now, why can't I come along?
Goodbye, Jerry.
A fox has been by here.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm. You can see his tracks.
Well, I can't.
This valley looks familiar. And yet, so strange. Where are all the animals? There's no sign of deer or wolf. Where are the animals?
If you really are running beaver, you wouldn't believe what's happened. Now, in this box is a bow.
A bow?
Yes, here's the bow, the strings, the arrows.
I've never seen a bow like this one. How strong. And these arrows.
I don't know the first thing about it.
Is this mine? To keep? To be able to hunt with?
Why don't you hit that oak tree? About 60 or 70 yards to the left.
Well, that's no shot. The tree is standing still. A child could hit that tree. What's moving? Is there a rabbit or a squirrel, a hawk?
No, I'm sorry. There's nothing around.
All right, then. I'll put this arrow into the center of the trunk of that small tree on the right. That maple.
But that's almost 150 yards.
It's an ordinary shot. I'm ashamed of it. But there's nothing else. Right in the center. Well, Doctor?
I don't know, Running Beaver. I don't know. How do I explain this?
Someone, probably a seasoned politician, said once, when in doubt, tell the truth. That sounds great, in theory. But how would you like to have to tell this kind of truth to a sharp congressional committee? We'll have more of this kind of truth when we return shortly with Act 2. There's a beautiful stretch of countryside running along the boundaries of Washington, D.C. and Maryland. Hilly, wooded, charming. It's the site of many lovely homes. Some 500 years ago, it was just as hilly, just as charming, much more wooded, wilder, of course, filled with game, and inhabited by Indians.
Running Beaver! Running Beaver, it's you! Stop! You're alive. For days, the council has been waiting for you, Running Beaver.
The council?
You're ill. You've just returned from a long, hard, dangerous journey. But you're the only one who could do it. Now, what bothers you, Running Beaver? You act as if you don't even know me. I'm your friend, your blood brother, Eagle Wing. Come, we must go to the council immediately.
Many days ago, the council sent Running Beaver and 3 companions north to the Iroquois Nation to determine peace or war. And now Running Beaver returns alone, and we ask him, where are your companions? And shall the Iroquois be our friend or foe? Speak to us, Running Beaver.
Running Beaver, say something.
I am very tired.
The important question should not be answered by a man who needs sleep and food. Running Beaver shall return to the council after he has eaten and rested.
Sit, my husband. I have meat, corn. I was so frightened. So afraid the Iroquois would kill you. Sit, rest, and eat. Now, I will tell you the news about the boy.
The boy?
Our son. He's been chosen for the Wolf Society. You always wanted that. Your mother brought him this bearskin robe. You're not eating.
It's not cooked.
It's the way you like it. Is something wrong? You don't look right. Perhaps you'd better see the medicine man.
The medicine man?
Red Bear. He always liked you. There is something wrong. This is not like you. Not to be hungry, to be so quiet. You're frightened. Why are you frightened?
You wouldn't come to me, Running Beaver, so I've come to you. Leave us, White Swallow. Now, what nature of evil spirit is within you? Was there a spell cast upon you in the Iroquois country?
I wonder if I can talk to you.
You wonder? Your father was my closest friend.
I seem to understand. How, I don't know, but I seem to understand this language.
Is that a surprise? This is your language.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know how I got here.
A spell has been cast upon you.
I'm sure you won't believe, but I am not Running Beaver.
How can that be?
My name is Alfred. In your language, it would mean a wise elf or wise counsel.
Excellent name.
I come from, well, perhaps it would be this same land, but I live, or shall live, hundreds of years from now. I could tell you stories of great things, of great ships flying through the air, of enormous buildings. I don't even know where to begin.
It must be a time of great magic.
Unbelievable magic.
What a happy time that must be.
I couldn't say that it is all that happy.
I find that hard to believe. With all that magic.
At any rate, I was going to an important meeting of the committee. Well, never mind what that means. I decided to walk to the bus instead of driving my car. I'll explain to you what they are later. There was a mist near Rockledge. And I walked into it, and something seemed to explode in my head. And when I walked out of it, I was in these clothes. I was somebody else. I was frightened. I began to run. And suddenly someone stopped me.
Yes, Eagle Wing. He is your friend.
You don't believe a word of this.
How can I? You are exactly like Running Beaver. Your body is his, your voice is his.
I am not Running Beaver. What am I supposed to say to the council?
You will have to appear. The tribe has been waiting for days. The life of every man, woman, and child could depend on what you say.
What am I supposed to say?
The truth.
The truth is what I just told you. Can I say that in front of the council?
No.
Then what can I do?
Now, rest. Sleep. Sometimes the spirits speak to us in dreams.
I'll need more than a dream to get myself out of this.
Running Beaver? My husband? Are you awake?
Oh, what a dream. Joan, you'll never imagine. Oh, no, I'm still asleep.
Running Beaver, can you eat something now?
Cold.
Here, wear this robe. Your mother made it.
My mother?
Please, can't you tell me what's wrong?
Running Beaver, may I come in?
Who's that?
Your oldest friend. Do you mean you don't know Eagle Wing's voice anymore?
Running Beaver, you must come to the council at once.
He's not well.
I know he's not well, but there's trouble.
Trouble?
There's talk all over the village. Now, what happened to the 3 men who went with you to the Iroquois? Did you kill them?
Kill them? How could he kill them? They were all his friends.
What passed between you and the Iroquois chiefs?
Running Beaver, you must tell him.
I don't know. I tell you, all of you gathered here. I don't know.
Running Beaver, in war and peace, you've been first among us. We sent you as our ambassador to the Iroquois. We entrusted you with the lives of 3 of our bravest young men. Now, where are they? Their families have a right to know. Speak.
Chief, I will speak for him.
No one can speak for a man before the council. Not even you, Red Bear.
Running Beaver is ill.
What kind of illness?
He has lost his memory.
Convenient loss of memory.
Quiet!
Where is my son? Where is he gone? I can't see him anymore.
Quiet! He has lost his memory?
Yes.
Can you cure him, Red Bear?
I can try.
You have 6 days. At the end of that time, Running Beaver will talk to the council or else submit to justice.
Why did we come out here? I'm so cold.
Where is your knife, Running Beaver?
Knife?
Running Beaver always carries a knife.
Well, I didn't think...
Give him your knife, Eagle Wing.
Why do I want a knife?
Eagle Wing, attack him.
Attack? But everyone knows Running Beaver can't be beaten with a knife.
Let's make sure.
I'll only do it if he keeps his knife in a sheath. Now, you know how excited he gets even when we fight in fun.
Attack him, Eagle Wing. Have your knife at the ready, but Running Beaver.
Look.
Are you ready, Running Beaver?
Now.
What did you do that for?
Did I catch you off guard?
Look, I am trying to tell you people I am not...
Eagle Wing, go back to the village.
But I...
Do as I tell you.
I was never able to do that.
Go back to the village. There is magic here.
Yes, I'm going.
What did I just see?
You saw a man knock me down.
You don't know how to fight with a knife anymore.
When did I ever know how to fight with a knife?
I can't believe it.
I was just a quiet kid when I was in school.
And I suppose you can't shoot with the bow.
No.
Or throw the lance.
I'm trying to tell you I am not your Running Beaver.
Then we have magic.
Call it what you want. But we have trouble.
As chief of this council, I call upon Running Beaver to speak.
Chief Stark Tracker.
I haven't called on you, Red Bear. I called upon Running Beaver.
But, Chief...
The council has given you 6 days, Red Bear, 6 days to cure Running Beaver.
Let me talk. Gentlemen, I don't know how to make you understand.
Be quiet.
No. Let him talk.
But he's mad.
Let us judge.
I am not who you think I am. I am not Running Beaver.
I told you he was mad.
You say you are not Running Beaver.
No, I am not. I don't know how to convince you because I don't even know how it happened myself.
White Swallow, step forward.
Yes?
Is this man your husband?
Yes.
She really does...
Silence!
Why do you deny? Are you tired of me? Is there another woman?
Oh, good Lord. You could have been living 500 years from now. You women never change.
I thought you loved me.
All of you, listen to me, please. I know it's hard to believe, but I am not Running Beaver.
Who are you, then?
I am a man from a time... I don't know, it must be hundreds of years from now.
Yes.
Silence!
A spirit has captured him.
This is the council. We'll have no disorder here. Running Beaver, have you anything more to say?
I have plenty more to say, but I don't know how to say it.
The council will retire. We shall return with our decision.
Red Bear, what are they going to do with me?
Well...
It's not good, is it?
It will depend.
Depend on what?
Star Tracker is a devout believer in magic. I think he believes you.
Well, then it can't be bad.
But the people are angry, and 3 young men are missing. Probably dead. The people feel it's your fault.
But...
Probably the council will declare that you have been possessed by an evil spirit.
It's all nonsense.
I'm sure you know what you think. But you asked me what I think.
What will happen?
The evil spirit will have to be driven out of you.
How? Or shouldn't I ask?
By fire. By lance. By arrows.
You mean they'll kill me?
That's how we drive out the evil spirit.
Is there anything I can do, Red Bear?
I don't know. But I'll try to think.
Running Beaver, stand before the council. You have been ordered to report. You refuse.
I tried to tell you.
Therefore, the council has decided to drive the evil spirit out of you.
No. Tell them, Running Beaver. Tell them.
We must have silence. Tonight, Running Beaver, the council will drive the spirit from you.
Wait. He has the right to ask for judgment by combat.
What are you saying?
Must I remind the council of the law?
Very clever, Red Bear.
No one dares.
Silence! Silence! Well, you've heard the challenge. Who will fight Running Beaver?
Your reputation has just saved you. No one will dare to meet you.
No one? No one will accept the challenge? Are we a tribe of trembling women? Must I, at my age, save the honor of the people?
I'll fight him. Eagle Wing, you're his best friend. No longer. After all, he denies he's Running Beaver, doesn't he?
The council accepts the offer of Eagle Wing. May the one who is right win. Clear a space.
Wait. The law says each contestant must fast and pray for 3 days.
No.
Silence! We shall obey the law. We shall meet again in 3 days.
What did you get me into?
I got you 3 days.
What good will it do me?
You could learn to fight with a knife.
Well, you've been a quiet, unassuming handwriting analyst all your life. You've never so much as swatted a fly in anger. Now, suddenly, you have to fight to the death with knives, no less. And how is the other fellow doing? The one who has to face the congressional committee? We'll see how it all comes out when we return shortly with Act 3. Just as telephone wires can cross when they cover great distance, so can lives when they cover great spans of time. 2 such lives have been disrupted. Running Beaver, an Indian who lived 500 years ago, and Alfred Stewart Ainsley, who is a contemporary of ours. Alfred Ainsley is now talking to his lawyer. That is, his lawyer thinks it's Alfred Ainsley. We know it's Running Beaver.
Al, level with me. Is this a stall?
I keep telling you, I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't help it. I talk to the reporters. I talk to the committee people. Nobody understands you.
You keep saying you're a friend of Al Ainsley.
Yes, Al. We've been friends since college.
Then you should know that I am not Al Ainsley. My name is Running Beaver. I'm an Indian. I lived about 500 years ago.
I better get Doc Stetzer back here. Jerry, what are you doing here? I ordered complete rest for Al.
You know what Al just told me, Doctor? He thinks he's an Indian.
It happens to be true.
It happens to be... Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I see.
What do you think you see, Jerry?
They got to you too, Doc.
Who got to me?
I don't know. But somebody doesn't want Al to testify. He's been bought off, and so have you.
Jerry, I resent that.
The two of you concocted this ridiculous...
It happens to be true.
Do you think that you can sell this to Senator Adams, to the committee, to the news media?
I only tell you what I perceive as the truth.
Oh, they'll skin you alive.
What is he saying, Doctor?
Something very unpleasant.
That's not the worst. You're going to be finished, Al. Your career will be ruined. You won't have an ounce of credibility left.
Jerry, enough for now.
No, it's not enough. They'll get you on contempt. They can even pull obstruction of justice, conspiracy. Al, do you realize you can go to jail?
Jerry, he doesn't realize anything of the sort.
But it should be obvious.
It would be if he were Al Ainsley.
Doc, are you crazy,
Jerry, this is no time for anyone to lose his head.
Okay. Let's be calm. Let's be reasonable. How does a thing like this happen?
There's no answer. I've done some research, consulted. And the best I can come up with is... Look, at the speed of light, there's no regular sequence of time. The past, the present, the future, everything is mixed and jumbled up. Everything becomes a storm of pure energy.
Doc, what can I do to convince you guys?
Sometimes, in rare cases, our thoughts, our ideas achieve such intensity that they, too, become a form of energy and carry our minds into this raging storm. And minds can be mixed up and thrown from one body into another.
I can't believe I'm sitting here listening
Whatever
to this.
the reason, he's not Al Ainsley.
Oh, get a hold of yourself.
Jerry, now you can't excite him anymore. I'll throw you out of here.
You may not have to throw me out. I want to leave. Now, Al, in exactly 3 days, you'll have to appear before that committee. If you value your reputation and your freedom, please think up a better story. Or best of all, tell the truth.
Are you awake, Al? I brought you some tea. This is the first chance I've had to talk with you. Darling, what is it?
Are you my wife? I mean his wife.
What are you saying?
I'm not your husband.
Don't say that.
It's true.
I know you, darling. I've known you all my life. Who knows you better than I do?
I am not Al Ainsley.
There's someone else, isn't there? Another woman.
Please.
I knew you were timid, but I didn't think you'd go this far.
I have a wife.
What?
Her name is White Swallow, and we have a son.
Al, I don't know what your game is, but you won't get away with it.
Gentlemen, this visit of yours is most unusual.
I know it is, Senator Adams.
I have no right to conduct committee business privately.
Senator, we just wanted to acquaint you with certain facts. And? Well, please just listen. No matter what you hear, just listen. Then use your own judgment. Go ahead, Al.
Senator, I am not Alfred Stewart Ainsley.
You're not.
I am Running Bear. I am a Potomac Indian.
But this is most unusual.
Dr. Stitzer and I, we believe that I lived 500 years ago. Somehow, I have occupied the body of Mr. Ainsley. But though I have his body, I have none of his skills.
And
that's all.
And this is what you want me to believe, hmm?
It's the truth, Senator.
You'll be at the committee hearings on Monday morning.
Senator, didn't you hear...
Doctor, I don't believe a word of it.
It's no use. It's no use.
Watch the knife. Watch it constantly. Don't look at your opponent's eyes.
Oh, Red Bear, I'll never learn.
You may not be Running Beaver, but you have his great body, his strength, his agility.
I'll tell you what I don't have, his desire to fight.
Are you a coward?
No, I just don't believe in violence.
Strange.
I can't kill anybody.
The council has already decided, Red Bear.
But this will be murder, Chief. He isn't Running Beaver. He does not know how to fight.
A man who doesn't know how to fight? Impossible.
He is not one of us. He's from another time.
Well, how does he happen to be here, then?
There is a place, Chief, where the soul that belongs to each man is put into his body.
Yes, we know that.
It is the sacred, haunted place where the mist meets the rocks. There's always thunder there. Evil, malicious spirits have an opportunity to play tricks. And so...
I understand. I even believe. But the council has spoken.
He does not know how to fight.
He will have to learn.
Keep the knife low and moving.
It's no use. I just can't kill anybody.
Even to save your own life?
Suppose I kill Eagle Wing tomorrow. Then what?
At least you'll be alive.
To do what? To live out my life here in an alien place doing things that I hate? Fighting, hunting, killing? No, I'm better off dead.
You'll have to testify before the committee.
I can't.
You'll be ruined.
Well, if that's the only way...
Relax. Think. Don't fight against Alfred Ainsley. Accept him. Let his thoughts flow into your brain. Let his knowledge come to you.
Why?
So you can get past the committee.
And then?
What do you mean, then?
Then what will I do? Live here as Al Ainsley, away from my wife, my son, my friends, my people? Never to hunt, never to fight? To exist in this strange and terrible world, a place I can neither understand nor accept? No. Rather let me be disgraced.
Why do you want to be disgraced?
So I can die of shame.
Wake up, Running Beaver. Wake up. It's time to start out for the fighting ground.
So early?
You still refuse to fight him as Running Beaver would?
Yes, I refuse.
Why?
I told you. I want to die.
I know why you would want to die in this life, but I don't understand why you would want to die in your other life.
What are you saying?
What troubled you? You are a man of trouble. I see that. When you walked into the mist, were you troubled?
How did you know?
I am only guessing. In your other life, did you also want to die?
I'm not sure. Perhaps I did want to.
Why?
Because I would have to say something that oh, you couldn't understand.
It would have to be something you hate?
Yes. Yes, I would have to ruin a man that I had always respected.
Does he deserve to be ruined?
Yes, because he broke faith.
And you did not have the courage to do your duty. In other words, you are an even greater coward than I thought.
Maybe.
Would you rather die under Eagle Wing's knife, or
what?
Or go back? Do your part as a man. Face your responsibility.
Go back? Testify against...
Isn't that what must be done? Isn't that what truth and justice demand?
Yes.
Then you'll go back.
But how? How can I go back?
Are you sure you want to?
Yes.
You'll do what's required?
Yes.
You believe it with all your heart?
Yes. Yes, I believe it. Now I believe it.
Then come with me.
Where?
To the place of mist. The sacred place. Where you became Running Beaver. Time to be leaving for the committee meeting.
I'm ready.
I decided to go with you.
Let's get it over with.
Tell me, something bothers me. It bothered me that first day when I thought that you had willed yourself into amnesia. I can see how Al Ainsley could have found life intolerable. But you're not Al Ainsley.
No.
Therefore, my diagnosis was wrong.
I don't think I understand.
Why was life also intolerable for Running Beaver? Why were you trying to escape as Running Beaver?
To escape?
What was tormenting you?
How did you know?
Did I guess right?
Yes.
From what were you trying to escape?
I had gone with 3 others to the Iroquois as an ambassador. The Iroquois promised peace. I knew it was a lie. My 3 friends were bribed. On the way home, they plotted to kill me. I was too smart, too strong. I killed them instead. If I told this to the council, I would make enemies. I was afraid.
I see. Would you rather die like a man among your own people, if indeed you must die at all, or would you rather die of shame here among strangers?
I am wiser now, but it's too late. It's too late for me. I can't go back.
Are you willing to face the council?
Face them? Defy them? Fight them?
Let's go back to this place where the mist covers the rocks. And when we reach it, try to go back. All the way back home again.
The committee will stand in order. Mr. Ainsley, are you finally prepared to report your findings?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I've studied all the relevant materials, and I am absolutely convinced. I will stake my professional reputation on the fact that the signature is forged. I say this to the council. 3 young men of the tribe took bribes from the enemy. I alone refused. They tried to kill me. I killed them instead. I will answer for this deed with my life. If any man here thinks he can take it.
At a certain speed, at a certain intensity, at a certain burning level of anxiety or desire, time, space, and spirit can be twisted out of shape or sequence. That's how we might explain it today. On the other hand, there are evil and mischievous spirits who delight in creating misery and confusion. That would be yesterday's explanation. Choose one or the other. Or supply your own. I'll be back shortly. And what's the moral of our little tale? Simply this. Whenever you're desperate for a means of escape from a problem, don't try too hard for an easy way out. You might just be unlucky enough to find it. Our cast included Mandel Kramer, Grace Matthews, Arnold Moss, Nat Polen, and Mason Adams. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Sit down and try to make yourself comfortable. Yes, it is quite warm in here, but don't worry about it, because in just a moment, we'll bring you a tale that will chill your blood. A tale of black magic that may have begun centuries ago, but which takes place today. A tale in which one of the dark powers of the pit is released on the campus of a Midwestern university.
Did you hear that? It's just the wind. No, it's not. It's something else. I don't hear anything. I do. A kind of humming, singing sound. Look over there, near Brewster Hall. It's only a shadow. It's moving. It's coming this way. Oh, now stop it, Debbie. You're getting yourself all worked up. I tell you, it's coming this way. There, it's got eyes. It's that thing I saw in the mirror. Get out of here. Run. Debbie, wait. Oh, don't go that way. This way. Over toward me.
Our mystery drama, The Sending, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Robert Newman and stars Mandel Kramer and Marian Seldes. Is there such a thing as black magic? The ancients thought there was. for centuries, there were those who were willing to trade their souls for the power to call up and control the dark forces of the pit. To what end? Sometimes for power or wealth. Sometimes, as in this tale, to achieve eternal youth, eternal life. But, as we will see, there is always great danger involved, and the price is always high, and usually paid in blood. Our spine tingler begins in a large, rambling house on the edge of the campus of a Midwestern university. A gray-haired woman, strangely shrunken but with intense, gleaming eyes, sits in a chair in a sparsely furnished room, waiting and listening.
Arnold?
Yes? Where are you?
You know where I am. In my room.
Hello, Mia. How are you?
You know that, too. Where have you been?
At a faculty meeting and then at my office.
And you couldn't get home before this?
Well, I had several conferences. I had to arrange my schedule.
That's what you said yesterday.
Mia, it always takes a few days when you're starting in a new place. Why are you so impatient?
Why? Have you forgotten how I get when my time is running out? Do you realize I've only got about 2 weeks left?
I told you to relax, Mia. Classes will be starting tomorrow, and you know how quickly I can work when I have to. I should have someone for you within a few days. So, to sum up our first session, what we're dealing with, then, is a tradition that goes back to the dawn of time. Man's belief that he can control not the forces of nature, but the forces that shape nature, and can give him power over other men, and even over life and death. That will be all for today. You have your reading list and your assignment for next time. However, if any of you are interested in any of the many fields I covered in my outline, by all means, come talk to me, and I'll give you some additional reading for a special report.
Well, what'd you think, Beth? Well, it was quite a lecture. I think it's going to be very interesting.
I'm not talking about the course. I'm talking about him. He's really something, isn't he?
Oh, come on, Debbie. He's married, isn't he?
Oh, sure he is. All the really attractive ones are. But his wife is about 20 years older than he is. Not only that, but she's not well.
How do you know that?
I made it my business to find out. Since he just got here, it wasn't easy. But if you really want something...
Debbie.
Okay. There's no reason why you should care. You've got someone for yourself.
If you're talking about Bill, I haven't got him. He just has the room across the hall for me.
Which he made a point of getting last spring.
So?
Give me a hand. Come on up and talk to Lansing with me.
All right. As a matter of fact, I was going to do it anyway. I thought I might do one of those special reports.
Oh, great. Then you talk to him, and I'll tag along.
Okay. Professor Lansing?
Yes?
I'm Beth Howard. I'd like to do one of the special reports you talked about.
Oh, I'm delighted, Miss Howard. It usually takes 3 or 4 sessions before anyone volunteers. Was there something you were particularly interested in?
Well, yes, the tarot.
I should have known. That's usually one of the first assignments to be requested. Tell me, do you have a set of tarot cards?
No, I haven't.
Well, after you do your report, I'm sure the bookstore will have to order them. But in the meantime, if you'll stop by my office this afternoon, I'll give you my set and also a supplementary reading list.
Oh, thank you, Professor.
Not at all. What about your friend? I'm sorry, I don't believe I know your name.
Debbie Ross.
Would you like to take on one of the special assignments too, Miss Ross?
Oh, well, not right now, Professor, but I'll probably ask for one after the next session or two. But in the meantime, I wanted to tell you that I think the course is absolutely fascinating.
Well, thank you, Miss Ross. Today's lecture was very general, of course, an attempt to indicate approach and sketch in background, but I hope you'll continue to find it interesting.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
All right, Mia. I told you could relax, and you can.
You've got one?
I have several. 2 in particular. I'm sure you'll be delighted with either one of them.
You're sure?
Mia, haven't I done it often enough so that I can tell?
Yes, we both have, but Arnold, it'll have to be soon, or I'll be so weak I won't be able to help.
Don't worry, Mia. It will be soon. Not more than another few days.
All the power that ever was or will be is here now. Oh, yes? Who is it?
Who would you like it to be?
Hi.
Hi, yourself. So you're into the tarot.
How did you know that?
I heard your intoning.
Oh, yes. But how did you know that that had anything to do with the tarot?
I'm not exactly an ignoramus, but I did a lot of reading in it on my own, and in practically everything that was related to it.
You never cease to astonish me.
Yes, I'm quite an astonishing guy.
Uh-huh.
But how come you're not just studying it, but working with the cards?
It's for Professor Lansing's course. I'm doing a special report for him.
Oh, good old Witchcraft 1-2.
Oh, come on, Bill.
We were a little surprised when we heard he was going to be giving it. No, I don't know why we should have been. Quite a few of the universities are giving courses like it. After all, this is the age of Aquarius.
It happens to be a very interesting course.
Yeah, sure it is. And Lansing's a fascinating man.
Yes, he is. You know him?
I've never met him officially, but I've seen him at the pool.
The pool?
Yeah, he's a very good swimmer.
Oh, I'll have to tell that to Debbie.
Why?
Well, she's taking the course, too, and she's got quite a thing about him.
Yeah, well, just tell her to watch her step.
Oh, because he's married?
No, because I've got a funny feeling about him.
Yes, come in.
Good afternoon, Professor Lansing.
Good afternoon. It's Miss Ross, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, I hope this is all right, my coming here to your office.
Well, that's what I'm here for. What can I do for you?
Well, I told you after your first lecture that one of these days I'd like to do one of your special reports.
Yes, I remember. And you're ready to do one now,
Yes.
are you?
I've gotten pretty well squared away in all my other courses, so I do have time for it.
Well, I'm delighted. Now, is there any area that you're particularly interested in?
No.
Well, then how about divination?
Foretelling the future?
That's right.
That's a big field, isn't it?
Yes, it is. There must be 100 ways people have used to look into the future. I'll give you a reading list on it, and why don't I give you this, too?
What's that?
It's called a speculum. It's an old bronze mirror.
What a fascinating-looking thing.
Yes, it is, isn't it? I got it in Paris years ago. I've never been able to date it, but it's probably Roman, Mithraic.
But what is this strange-looking head on it?
That's Kronos, or eternal time. He was an important figure in the mysteries of Mithra.
And what do I do with it?
Well, it was undoubtedly used not just in Roman times, but all through the Middle Ages to foretell the future by looking into a mirror.
Oh.
Why don't you try it? You'll find the technique described in Zeller, one of the first books on the reading list.
Oh, it sounds very exciting. Thank you very much, Professor.
Not at all. It's a very rare and unusual thing, so I wouldn't give it to just anyone. But I know you'll take good care of it. And we'll all be looking forward to your report. Mia, I've got the girl. One of the two I told you about. Her name is Debbie Ross.
She has the mirror?
I just gave it to her.
Good. When can we do it?
You are impatient, aren't you?
Yes.
All right. We'll do it tonight.
I hope you're approaching the occult with a proper amount of skepticism, said Professor Lansing. But somehow he didn't sound very skeptical himself just now. Exactly what are he and his wife planning to do tonight? And what does that have to do with the mirror he gave Debbie? We'll find out shortly. Unto all things there is a season. And, of course, the proper time for one of the darkest aspects of the occult black magic is night. Well, it's night now, about 10 o'clock. And Beth Howard has just arrived at Debbie's rooming house, which is only a block or so from the campus.
I was afraid you weren't coming.
Well, you said it was important, that you had something to show me.
I have. Look.
Oh, wow. What is it?
A speculum.
What's that?
An old bronze mirror, probably Roman.
Where did you get it?
From Professor Lansing.
Oh.
I went to see him this afternoon. Beth, I think he likes me. He said he wouldn't give it to just anyone.
I'm sure he wouldn't. It's a very unusual thing. What are you supposed to do with it?
Well, it's all here in this book. The room should be dark, lit only by one candle. And you sit with your back to the candle, and you stare into the mirror, keeping your mind a blank.
Have you done it yet?
No. Well, I started to, and I felt a little funny about it.
Funny how?
Just funny. It's a wonderful-looking thing, but it's pretty weird. You know, all those figures around the edge of it.
Is that why you called me?
Yes. I thought maybe you wouldn't mind staying here with me while I tried it.
Oh, of course I don't mind. Are you going to do it now?
Oh, yes. I'll light the candle. Get the light switch.
All right. It's strange, but I know how you feel. I felt very much the same way when I was working with the tarot cards. We don't really believe in any of the things we're doing, but for centuries, people did believe in them.
Keep quiet. I'm going to look and concentrate.
All right. Well, do you see anything?
I don't know. I think maybe...
What do you see?
Wait, I'm not sure. It's probably just a shadow, but I do think I see something in there.
Oh, what does it look like?
It's hard to tell. It's dark, very dark and shapeless. It's moving. It's turning. Beth, it's got eyes. Flaming eyes.
Oh, come on now,
Debbie. It's looking at me. Put on the light, Beth. I'm not going to look anymore.
Okay.
Oh.
You really did think you saw something.
Yes.
Well, as you said, it was probably just a shadow, the candle flickering. You really are shook up, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
You want to come over to my place and stay overnight with me?
Could I?
Of course. Bill's out, too, giving a seminar, but he should be back soon, and if my light's on, he'll come in for a while.
Oh, good. Just let me get my coat and wrap this up again.
You're taking the mirror?
Oh, I better. It may be a scary thing, but it's very valuable, and I said I'd take care of it.
All right, Mia.
Is it time?
Yes. Let's go into my study.
You'll have to help me.
Of course. Take my arm.
Oh.
Slowly.
Arnold, I really am weak. I've never felt so weak before.
It doesn't matter. We'll all be over in a little while. Here, now, sit down.
Yes.
I'll get the box. Here, now, hold it while I light the incense.
I have it. Where do you think she is?
What is the difference? She has the mirror. No matter where she is, it will find her. Are you ready?
Yes.
Give me the rod.
Here.
All right, now you'll be quick with the R theme when I need it.
Yes.
Peor, wherever you are, hear me. Do you hear me, Peor? With this rod, and in the names of Gagerem, Amatet, Algar, and Algasta, I summon thee.
It's coming, Arnold. There it is. Over there.
I see it. Take the rod and give me the arm.
Why must it be wrapped this way?
You know why. It mustn't be touched until it's needed. Quickly, hurry.
Here.
Stay where you are. I hold the Arthim, whose hilt is signed with the seal of Solomon and which is more powerful than you are. Now hearken to me. We have a life for you. You will know her as you always have before because she has your mirror. I give her to you
and thus buy another year of life for Mia. Is it agreed? Good. Begone then, and take her. Then fulfill your part of the bargain.
It's gone.
Yes.
Are you all right?
Yes. Yes. Somehow I always forget how much it takes out of me. Yeah, here's the Arthim. Wrap it up again carefully. I'll get us both some brandy.
Why are you going this way? Well, I thought we'd cut across the campus. Why? You're still upset, aren't you?
Yes.
Look, I'm not going to say it's silly. I've gotten anxious myself at times when there was no real reason for it. But you know the whole thing was just your imagination. You've been doing a lot of reading about things that are strange, and you think you saw something in the mirror. Probably one of those heads that are on it.
I guess you're right.
I'm sure I am. But if it's going to affect you this way, maybe you should give up the course altogether.
No, that seems silly. Besides, you always claimed one of my troubles was I was too literal. I didn't have any imagination.
Well, it's beginning to look as if I was wrong. Well, why don't we talk to Bill about it? It turns out he knows a lot about this sort of thing.
How come?
Well, he got interested in it through his work in English Lit. The tarot when he was writing a paper on the wasteland, and black magic when he was doing an analysis of the Gothic novels.
You two are really an item, aren't you?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, of course you do. You never see anyone else. Neither does he.
Well, I like him, and he likes me.
You just like him?
Okay. I more than like him. If he asked me to marry him, I'd do it in a minute.
He will.
How do you know?
I just think he will.
Well, it's not all that simple. He's just an instructor now, and it'll be a while before he gets his... What is it?
Don't you hear that?
Oh, it's just the wind.
No, it isn't. It's something else.
I don't hear anything.
Well, I do. A kind of humming, singing sound. Look, over there, near Brewster Hall.
It's only a shadow.
Oh, it's moving. It's coming this way.
No, stop it, Debbie. You're getting yourself all worked up about nothing.
It's coming this fast. It's got eyes. It's that thing I saw in the mirror. Come on. Run.
Debbie, wait. If you're going to run, don't go that way. I'll come this way. Over toward me.
Beth, darling. Open your eyes. Beth. Good girl. I was starting to think I should call a doctor or take you over to the infirmary.
What? Oh, Bill.
Yes. How are you?
I don't know. What happened?
I'm not sure. I found you lying on the sidewalk at the edge of the campus. I brought you up here to your room.
Oh, my head hurts.
I'm not surprised. You got a nasty bump. You must have fallen and banged it. Now get a wet towel. I'll put on a compress.
No, wait. Debbie! What happened to Debbie?
Debbie?
Yes, she was with me. We were going across the campus when suddenly we saw it. The thing from the mirror, and we started to run and...
Wait a minute. What thing?
I told you, the thing from the mirror. It came after us. After her, and I heard her scream. Oh, Bill, you've got to go look for her.
Yeah, sure. Look, let me get that...
No, I'm all right. You've got to go find her.
All right, now quiet down, Beth. Now, when I found you, you were all alone.
Because I ran one way toward the house here, and she ran the other, and it was after... You don't believe me.
Well, it's a little hard when I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, what was this thing that came after you, and what was the mirror?
The mirror that Professor Lansing gave her. She was going to do a report for him on divination, like the one I'm doing on the tarot and...
All right, now, will you hold it a minute? When I left you to go to my seminar, you were still here.
Uh-huh.
You said you were going to stay here and do some reading.
Right, and then Debbie called and asked me to come to her place, and she said she had something to show me.
The mirror.
Yes, an old bronze one, a speculum, she called it. She was supposed to look into it, describe what she saw.
Yeah, speculomancy.
That's right. But she felt funny about it, nervous. So she wanted me there while she did it.
Yeah, and did she do it?
Yes, we put out the light and lit a candle, and she saw... Well, no, she thought she saw something in it, a dark shape with flaming eyes, and that made her more jumpy than ever, so I told her to come back here and stay overnight with me.
Mm-hmm. So you started to walk across the campus together.
That's right, and there was no one around, and then we heard something, a strange sound.
The wind.
Oh, that's what I thought, too, at first. But it wasn't. It was a kind of a musical note, and then we saw it, this dark shape.
Did she see it, or did you?
We both did. She saw it first, and... Bill... You think I just imagined it?
Oh, don't you?
I don't know.
Well, let's go back over it again. She was tense, nervous, thought she saw something in the mirror, and that made her more nervous. So she decided to come over here with you. Then she saw something, a shadow of some sort, which she identified with the thing she thought she'd seen in the mirror.
But I saw it too, Bill.
After she described it to you.
But I'm sure I did see it. It was huge, dark, and... All right, if I did imagine it, where's Debbie?
She's probably back in the room, embarrassed to death at the fuss she made.
I suppose that's possible. When I think about it, it does sound a little silly. I mean, two grown women getting hysterical. But, Bill, would you call her and make sure? Her number's in the book next to the phone.
Sure. Let's see. Here we are. You know, I think maybe she ought to come over here anyway so that we can talk about this, because if the two of you are going to get all worked up about that ridiculous course of Lancet...
It's not ridiculous. It's very interesting just because we got a little silly about it. Well?
Well, there's no answer.
Bill, I don't like this. I think we should go and look for her.
To look where? If she's not in the room and she didn't come up here, she could be anywhere. I mean, with another friend.
I don't care. I still want to look for her. I'll show you where it happened, where we started running and...
Well, what good will that do, unless she fell and hurt herself also? Look, I'll tell you what. I'll call the campus police and see if they came across her or heard or saw anything.
All right.
Hello, security. This is William Taylor of the English department. This is a rather odd call, but I wonder if any of your men ran into an undergraduate by the name of Debbie Ross within the last hour or so. Yeah, well, another student, Beth Howard, was with her. They were walking across campus, and they were frightened by something. No, it wasn't a man. It was, What? Oh, no. Where was this? I see. All right. I'll come right over.
Bill, what is it?
One of the guards found her about 10 minutes ago.
What do you mean, found her?
Found her body in the bushes near Brewster Hall. She's dead.
Man is a rational animal, and we always look for a rational explanation of anything that puzzles us. But what if there is no rational explanation for it? Do we admit that there may be things we don't know about? Things that we've refused to recognize because the idea terrifies us? Debbie Ross is dead. But how did she die? It's several days later. Many things have happened in that time. There have been questions, investigations, explanations, and recriminations. There has also been a funeral. As far as Beth is concerned, That is the only thing that really mattered. That and what has happened between her and Bill.
Yes? Who is it?
Bill.
Oh. Just a second.
Hi. So you're still locking your door?
Yes. Which is very silly of me.
All right, I didn't say that. It's certainly understandable.
Uh-huh. It's still pretty childish. You've been treating me as if I were a hysterical female.
But that's not true. I've been perfectly willing to talk to you about it, but you know what the facts are.
Of course. There were no marks on Debbie's body, at least none that could have killed her. She died of a heart attack.
That's right.
But they checked back on the physical she took when she was admitted here, and there was nothing wrong with her heart. Look, Bill, we've been through this before. Debbie thought she saw something in the mirror. Thought she saw it again out on that campus, and that made me think I saw it, too.
Look, darling.
Don't call me darling.
Why not?
Because I don't want you to. When I first signed up for the course, you teased me about it, even though you've done a lot of reading in that same field yourself.
I didn't tease
Yes, you did, Bill. And you made a few remarks about Lansing, saying you had a funny feeling about him. But now...
I still have a funny feeling about him. As a matter of fact, I feel funnier about him now than ever.
Why?
Well, because I did a little checking up on him this afternoon. You know, we taught this same course at State last year.
Yes, I know. What of it?
Well, there was an incident there that was very similar to what happened to Debbie. I mean, a student, a member of the swimming team, and therefore presumably very healthy, died suddenly one night of a heart attack.
One of his students?
No. That's the only difference. He wasn't one of Lansing's students.
Well, then why do you call it similar? And why are you making a point of it? If there was no connection between them, Bill...
I don't know if there was or not, but I thought perhaps I ought to look into it a little further.
How?
Well, I'm going to go see Lansing. I'm going to talk to him.
No, Bill.
Why not?
Because I feel odd about him, too. I have ever since Debbie died, and I'm afraid.
Yes?
Good afternoon. Is Professor Lansing at home?
Yes, he is.
Do you think I could see him? My name's Taylor, Bill Taylor, and I'm an instructor in the English department. I stopped by his office, but he wasn't there.
No, he's been very upset about the death of his student, so he's been working at home.
I see. It was an unfortunate thing.
Yes, it was.
You're not Mrs. Lansing, are you?
Yes, I am. Why?
Oh, well, it's just that I thought, I heard...
That I wasn't well?
Yes, that's right.
I wasn't. But I'm fine now. Do you want to come with me? I'm sure Arnold will be glad to talk to you.
Thank you.
Yes? Arnold, this is Mr. Taylor of the English department here.
Come in, Mr. Taylor. Come in. Sit down, won't you?
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to tell you how pleased I am that you agreed to stay and continue with your course.
Well, I was reluctant to, but the faculty committee felt that I should.
What happened was very unfortunate, but I don't see how you could have been considered responsible for it in any way.
Well, I felt I was. It seems Miss Ross was a very imaginative person, very open to suggestion, which I should have realized.
I don't think anyone would have realized it. I wonder if you could help me in a project of my own.
If I can, I'd be very happy to. What's the project?
My doctoral thesis, which is a study of the dark tradition that runs through English literature and led to the Gothic novel.
Oh, yes. Very interesting. Well, just how can I help you?
Well, I've done a certain amount of reading in the field, but I've wondered if you could give me a copy of the bibliography you used for your course.
Well, I'll be glad to. Unfortunately, I don't have any copies here, but I'll send you whatever I have as soon as I get to my office. What's your address? 21
Maple Street.
All right. I'll get it off to you tomorrow.
I'm very grateful to you.
Not at all.
You gave the same course at State last year, didn't you?
Yes, matter of fact, I did.
Did you know Tom Wallace when you were at State?
Wallace? No, I'm afraid not. Was he a member of the faculty?
No, he was an undergraduate on the swimming team. He died very suddenly near the end of the term.
Oh, yes, I do seem to remember that. Was he a friend of yours?
No, a friend of a friend. Well, I think I'll be running along, and I do thank you, Professor Lansing.
Oh, not at all. Goodbye, Mr. Taylor.
Did he go?
Yes. What did you think of him?
He seemed like quite a pleasant young man and very attractive.
Hmm. Well, I'm glad you think so, because he's going to be our next.
Oh? Well, you don't have to worry about that for a while. You've got another 4 months.
Yes, I know, but I'm a little concerned about him. As you said, he seemed quite pleasant and very plausible, but he asked me some rather strange questions.
What kind of questions?
About where I'd been before I taught at State. Also about your young friend, Tom Wallace.
You think he suspects?
I don't see how he can. But we can't afford to take any chances.
No, I suppose not. I wasn't going to mention it, but he acted rather strangely with me, too. He seemed surprised that I was up and around.
Oh? That settles it, then.
When are you going to do it?
As soon as possible.
Beth?
Yes, Bill?
I've been waiting for you. You want to come in here for a minute? I want to show you something.
Of course. What is it?
This.
Oh, it's the mirror. The mirror Lansing gave Debbie.
Uh-huh. That's what I thought.
Where did you get it?
I found it in my desk drawer about a half an hour ago.
Well, how did it get there?
Well, obviously somebody put it there. I was out all morning, and I never locked my door.
Professor Lansing?
Who else? It's his. And the police must have given it back to him after Debbie died.
But why would he put it in your desk?
That's a very interesting question. I think I can answer it, but if I do, you're going to think I've flipped out.
No, I won't.
Well, you should, because it's completely impossible. Do you know what a sending is?
No.
When someone who's involved in black magic knows enough and is powerful enough to raise an evil spirit, he can send that spirit to destroy someone.
Oh, no. You mean that thing that Debbie saw in the mirror that I saw out on the campus?
Yes.
And it's here now? In the mirror?
No. But the spirit has to be guided to the victim. And in this case, it's being done with the mirror. It will go where the mirror is.
I still don't understand, Bill. I can understand why he might want to get rid of you, but what did he have against Debbie?
He didn't have anything against her, but there was something of hers he wanted. Her life.
Her life?
You remember what I told you about Mrs. Lansing yesterday?
Uh-huh.
That while the story was that she was quite old and ill, she turned out to be young and well and attractive?
Yes.
Well, according to the grimoires, the books of black magic, when you raise a spirit, you can also make a bargain with it. Give it the life of someone else in exchange for some more time for yourself or someone close to you.
Bill.
I told you it was impossible.
Well, I would have said so, too, a week or so ago, but now I don't think so. I think it's true. What are you going to do about it?
Well, I've got to get rid of the mirror.
Destroy it?
No, I'm not sure I can do that. I'm going to act as if it were all true, all possible, and fight fire with fire. I'm going to get the mirror back to Lansing.
Give it back to him?
No, put it in his house without his knowing it.
Well, how can you do that?
I think I can. He has a class this afternoon.
Yeah, but what about his wife?
Well, she'll probably go out sometime. If she doesn't, I'll phone her. I'll give her a message that'll get her out of the house.
Bill, I'm coming with you.
All right, Beth. Come on in.
How did you get in?
The back door was open.
You sure no one's home?
Well, you saw his wife leave a minute ago.
Yes. What do you want me to do?
Wait here with the door open a crack so you can see out.
All right. Well, where are you going?
Into his study.
You won't be long? I'm frightened.
No. I'll be back as quick as I can.
All right. Go ahead. Bill!
What is it?
Oh, nothing. The clock startled me. Will you be much longer?
No. Come in here a minute.
You think it's safe?
Yes.
What is it?
I hid the mirror behind the books on one of the shelves, but while I was here, I thought I'd look in his desk, and I found this box.
What's in it?
This rod. It's used for raising spirits.
And that other thing that's all wrapped up?
Yeah, I was just going to look at it. I think it... Yes. It's an arthame.
What's that?
Well, it's a magic knife that's used to control a spirit once it's been evoked. This is the seal of Solomon here on the hilt.
Then it is all true, at least...
Yeah, it looks that way.
Bill, you got rid of the mirror, so let's go.
Just a second. I want to think. I don't want him to be able to do anything like this again, but I can't take the whole box. I mean, if I do, he'll know someone was here. On the other hand, yes. I can take the arthame.
Well, won't that do the same thing, Bill? Let him know we were here?
No, not right away. See, when I was here yesterday, I saw... Oh, there it is. A dagger. See, I'll wrap that up, and I'll put it in the box instead of the arthame.
Well, what'll happen if he tries to use it?
I don't know.
All right, Mia.
Is it time?
We said midnight.
You're sure he's there? In his room, now?
He has an early class tomorrow, so I would assume so. Now hold the box while I light the incense.
Arnold, I don't like this.
Why not?
We've never done anything like it before. Twice, not just in the same place, but within a few weeks.
We had no choice, Mia. He's suspicious. And if he goes on prying, asking questions...
Yeah. All right.
Give me the rod.
Here.
Pior, wherever you are, hear me. Do you hear me, Pior? With this rod and in the names of Dageram, Amartet, Algar, and Algasna, I summon thee.
There it is, Arnold. Over there, near the bookcase.
I see it. Give me the arthame.
Here.
Stay where you are. I hold the arthame. I have another life for you. A man this time. He has your mirror. Go to him and destroy him. Why are you looking at me that way? Why aren't you going? I tell you, he has your mirror. Bill, the arthame, it's my Persian dagger.
What?
Quick, find it. If you don't... No, keep away from me. Please.
What time is it now?
12:15.
Do you think he's tried to do anything?
I don't know. And I don't know how we'll be able to find out unless...
Oh, what's that?
It's a police car. It's going that way, toward the Lansing house.
But why?
Let me see if I can find out. Hello, security? This is William Taylor on Maple Street. One of your squad cars just went by, going over towards Willow Road. Do you know why? I mean, is there anything wrong? Oh, I see. Thank you.
What did they say?
They're not sure what's wrong. Someone on Willow Road called and said they heard terrible screams coming from number 45. As if someone were being murdered.
Oh, but that's...
Yes. Their house.
Oh, Bill, what are you going to do? Are you going to say anything?
Well, what would be the point? Do you think anyone would believe it?
course, no one would believe it. Things like that don't happen. At least not today. Oh, people may have thought they were possible once. There are many medieval tales of men who tried to use the powers of evil for their own ends and were finally destroyed by them. As I told you, the tale you just heard was a work of fiction, completely imaginary. But I am reminded of what Shakespeare said. Why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. Our cast included Mandel Kramer, Marian Seldes, Tony Roberts, and Phoebe Dorin. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
The preceding Mystery Theater program was furnished by the CBS Radio Network. We invite you to stay tuned now for 15 minutes of the latest news from the WOR Newsroom with John Scott. This is WOR New York and RKO General Station.
Thank you for listening to and showing your support for my podcast. If you would like to receive notifications of when new episodes are posted, please subscribe to my channel. Subscriptions are 100% free, and they really help me get an idea of how I'm doing. Well, hope you enjoyed, and until next time, stay safe, wish you well, and as always, peace.